Welcome back to the final round. We have some breaking news. Tesla is out with its quarterly results. The stock moving to the upside once again, up just around 4%. Myles has the numbers for us. Myles.
Yeah, Sean, Tesla coming in and smashing expectations. Once again, the company reporting revenues, $6 billion. That was better than the 5.4 that the street was looking for. When it comes to the profitability, here's where you really get a blowout. The street was expecting an adjusted loss per share of 2 cents, call it a break-even quarter. Well, the company reporting adjusted earnings per share of $2.18. Then looking at free cash flow, positive free cash flow, $418 million in the second quarter. Investors were looking for a negative free cash outflow, around $600 million. So call that a $1 billion flip on the cash flow for the company within its most recent quarter. Some just preliminary commentary here from the company in its earnings letter to investors, saying that positive impacts on the profitability side were due to lower operating costs because of a temporary reduction in employee comp expense, an increase in regulatory credit revenue, deferred revenue recognition because of a full self-driving release. But they did have some costs related to shutdowns. But again, I think all coming out on the positive end for Tesla, calling out its cash and equivalents at the end of the quarter, $8.6 billion. And that is up from around $8 billion in the first quarter of this year. It's also up from around $5 billion in this same quarter last year. So we've now seen Tesla 3 for the last 5 quarters, I should say, reporting positive free cash flow. Again, we knew the vehicle deliveries. We had talked to some analysts who expected that there was probably an embedded beat within these results based on that. And indeed, it has come through for the company here.
Hey guys, I went straight to the net income line and they made it $129 million in net income for the quarter. So there it is, 4 sequential quarters of profitability that qualifies them for entry into the S&P 500, which I think has been part of the big run up in the stock. So now, if they make it, ETFs will have to buy the stock and there's more demand right there. I guess part of the story here is probably Tesla's performance in China, because we know they were shut down for part of the quarter here in the United States, but they did ramp up in China just as a lot of companies did, because China got through the coronavirus faster than we did here. And of course, that's been a big part of Tesla's growth story. Just to note, those models that are actually made in China for the Chinese market, their profit margins on those models are higher than the cars sold here because labor costs are lower in China. So that's helping them out a lot. But, Toyota, for all the skeptics here, Tesla might be converting a few of those skeptics.
And you know what, Rick, the stock is flying after hours up, almost 3% or $43 to $1,635. Oh man, I can't buy that. Well, remember the stock, almost at 1,800, right? So it's cheap now. It's down. It's down from its high. The other point to make, Rick, is just hang on one sec, is that a guy was talking about the stock quadrupling. Oh my God, that's ridiculous. Well, it has a market cap of almost 300 billion now. So then it will be a $1.2 trillion market cap, which would put it in the same league as the FANG. So go ahead, Rick. I'm sorry.
Yeah, so we're not seeing the new market cap number. So it'll be over 300 billion in market cap once, if the rise in the stock price holds tomorrow. I looked up Toyota's market cap today, which is probably why I have Toyota on the brain, $180 billion for Toyota. So Tesla exceeds Toyota's market cap by more than $120 billion at this point. Toyota has 10% global market share. 1 out of every 10 cars in the world is a Toyota, and Tesla's market share is probably below 0.1%. But everybody who's buying the stock thinks this is not about car companies. This is about Tesla being a new kind of software company that also happens to build cars. I still don't think that's the case, but I'm out on a thin ledge here at this point.
You are out on a thin ledge there. But again, these numbers are just, it's astounding when you take a look at Tesla's performance in the stock, over 270% so far for the year ahead of these results. We're seeing the stock move to the upside once again here after hours, with shares up just around 3%. We initially saw a pop of around 4.5%, but again, a very solid quarter here for the company. Tesla reporting its fourth quarter in a row of profitability. Like Rick was saying, that was one thing that one of the things I should say that investors were closely watching because of the fact that it qualifies it for inclusion in the S&P 500. And then of course, positive free cash flow of 418 million, estimated was for a loss of 617 million. And the fact that it's still targeting 500,000 deliveries this year. So again, on the surface at least, it looks like a very solid quarter here for Tesla, and shares moving to the upside once again.